This is the story of one man taking on MND, motor neuron disease, degenerative and eventually fatal. But the mind remains strong, and Alex has unfinished business to cycle 185 miles in just one day along the Hebridean Way for his charity, Challenging MND.
It's quite a dangerous challenge, and in particular parts where we could reach up to 40 miles per hour.
I don't know many people that have done it in a single push.
I do have concerns about whether he'll complete this or not, and I've been honest with him about that. Keeping Alex safe from his own determination.
You can do, I guess, two things in that situation. You just accept it, or you can take it on and battle it on all fronts, and he's attacking it any which way he can.
For Alex, just walking is like walking through water. So if you've ever experienced walking through a swimming pool or in the sea, every step he takes feels like that. The average life expectancy is 3 years. And by the time a patient sees us in clinic, their life expectancy may only be 14 months. There are different forms of motor neuron disease, so some patients may live much longer than that, but it is a terminal illness and there is no cure.
My life before MND was always heavily involved in sports, and I've always been passionate about training and fitness and health in general.
Yeah.
I'm very slow nowadays. It feels like an elderly person, really.
So as the disease progresses, patients may lose abilities that impact on what they can and can't do. Your ability to take a knife and fork up to your mouth or get yourself dressed.
And when I put the shoes on, I tend to get crashed through the core here and the ribs. You haven't basically lived until you've covered the ribs, I reckon, yeah. So let's put the show on the road, get some music on and crack on. I wish I could lift heavier weights, but unfortunately, I have to be limited by my own strength. I've probably lost about 80% strength in total. In fact, I feel quite embarrassed by my strength, really.
How do you feel, Alex?
It feels like I'm losing an uphill battle.
For Alex, physical fitness has been at the centre of his life. And for him to develop difficulties with his muscles means that that's been limited, and he struggles to maintain the level of fitness that he has always enjoyed. And that's probably the biggest challenge for Alex.
One of the first sessions I did ask him, I said, what's the most frustrating thing about this condition? And it was quite simply not being able to do simple things that we and he used to take for granted. I know the thing that frustrates him immensely at the moment is his lack of balance. He's forever falling over. He's had some bad falls, he's broken his elbow, etc.
He has 2 young children and is a father and a husband. Bereavement is not just about losing someone.
The people close to me in life go through MND at the same time.
You can bereave for your lost future and your lost health.
It's like going to war when you go for a walk with the dog, really. You have to be totally conscious all the time of falling over.
He said the other week, this is one of the most frustrating things about it. You know you're falling over and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Every great journey has its first mile. After months of painful, intense training, the team is ready. Performance coach Andy Long will cycle with Alex 185 miles in just a day.
Saturday morning we got started early. We were up at 4. There's always lots going on. Everyone probably in their own zone.
That's really is good.
Look good.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
But we actually kicked on well and did the first stint in an hour. So we broke it down to stages. First mission was to get to the first ferry. Alex's mood was good in the morning. He's always buoyant at the start.
Someone said this first bit was flat.
I wish thought you put the brakes in it so much.
It's not like you're out there for a sprint, you're out there for a marathon.
Yeah, so far we're here, probably niggling Alex a bit that we were a bit early. I'm just glad we're here safely at the moment, and at the moment the weather is, we couldn't ask for better weather.
Going across on the ferry, a sort of 40-minute journey, it was good to get some more fuel on. It was good to kind of get that first bit. So in my mind, I was probably thinking, yeah, getting a bit of confidence now. We know the next bit is long, 70 miles, 77 miles.
Many able-bodied people would not even contemplate some of the things he dreams up or thinks about or takes on as major challenges.
Obviously, it's extremely frustrating not to have the physical capability he had before.
As part of this condition, patients will often get spasticity and also cramp in their muscles, and that's something that Alex does experience and struggle with. That will be worse in the cold, it will be worse when he's tired, and worse when he is exercising. So you couldn't ask for a more challenging situation than cycling in the cold weather uphill to bring on these symptoms.
We had an issue with the chain coming off shortly after we entered Eust on the first climb. Just changing gears, it just slipped and came off, and when you're on a big hill and Alex is clipped in, you've got balance issues. So we had to then wait because the van is not something I could do on my own on this time.
We had a couple of little hitches with chains falling off. We managed to get them back on again, and then it was a case of leapfrogging the other van, making sure that the riders were comfortable.
The fastest I've ever cycled, it was over 2 days, and we were exhausted after the end of each day. To see Alex and Longy do it in a one single push was absolutely amazing.
And the main thing was to be there with them, so when they stop, is somebody to help Alex off the bike, because he has to have his feet lifted out the cleats.
The team, as we were going through this challenge, have just been incredibly supportive. They've all had their roles to play, being adaptable, flexible, patient, all the things that you need in a good teammate.
Absolute horror.
What are you eating?
Garlic.
My back's my best bit.
So I was just saying, you've got a lovely back now.
Guys, we need to get moving.
Yeah,
so bring the bike over for us.
We knew that we had to get to the ferry. That was the biggest challenge of this. Once we got to that ferry, we knew that it was just survival and endurance, but we had to get to that ferry at 2:30, otherwise we had a 3-hour wait.
We had to put the hammer down in the last hour, averaging around about 15 miles an hour. The first mission was to make sure we got on this 2:30 ferry, and we did. Gibbo's over there having a massage. Now it's just survival and get to the end.
You right there, Gibson?
Painful, mate. But you do find that it's shit then I TV. I couldn't have done this, or longer couldn't have done this challenge without the support team. They've been first class as usual.
We broke it down with a 25-mile block where we had a really big climb.
As with all of the challenges that we do with Alex, the first part is great, and then we get halfway and it becomes awful.
Unfortunately, the weather's turned so far. It's actually pissing down over here.
If Alex's body temperature drops, he may be at risk of hypothermia. We need our muscles to shiver to be able to maintain our temperature, and Alex's muscles may struggle to do that. That could cause increasing spasms. Patients may get confused. Because he's in a recumbent position, of course, much more of his body will be exposed, so he will be at particular risk of getting hypothermia.
Alex has tests himself all the time to make sure that he's doing as much as he can to physically push the boundaries of his body.
They're so close, but the miles are taking their toll. Alex's temperature is dropping fast.
Let's get a hot water bottle and we can chop that up.
It's always a concern with Alex. He will suffer in silence. Then we've got to step in.
This might be the last proper pit stop. Problem is, where he's sitting down in the recumbent position, it puts a load of stress on the lower back, glutes, and it just builds up and builds up, doesn't it? Because he doesn't swing his legs like everyone else.
After just 10 minutes, Alex is back and ready for the final push.
Amazed all day. I can't believe it. We started at 4 o'clock this morning. It's getting on for 10 o'clock now, and they're still going. They're fighting it all the way.
Just to see them pedaling and pedaling and continually push ahead is truly inspirational.
23 miles, lads, come on! They've got about 20 miles there to do, and then they're done.
I'd like to say to Alex and Longy, what fantastic ambassadors they've been. They've been a credit to the whole organisation, and a credit to themselves, and they've been so positive throughout the whole experience.
I was so surprised that he managed to complete this challenge, knowing how this disease has affected his body, but knowing Alex's tenacity. If anyone was going to achieve this, it would be Alex.
What would I like to say to Alex? Thank you for trusting me to get him over the line, help him, work with him, to fulfill what he wanted to do as his vision, to cycle 185 miles Hebridean way non-stop in under 24 hours.
Guys, fantastic work.
I think challenging MND is an extension of what Alex is about. I think it represents him.
As your disease has forced your body to deteriorate, you've pushed yourself harder, and I think that's the motivation behind engaging with people and getting people on board.
He knows that he may not be around to see the benefits that other patients might receive from it, but he knows that he's left a legacy that really embodies who Alex is.
The only message I'd like to share to the public is, despite adversity, you can always achieve more than you think or capable of achieving throughout your life. That's really important, to make the most of every opportunity you have throughout your life.